Hello, this is Around the House with Kay and Tom, and I'm Tom. And today I wanted to show you a little bit about the accessories that comes with this Ninja Foodi here. I had a request the other day from somebody that wanted to know about some of the accessories. And so I thought I'd show you some of those and plus a few more items. So we've got a lot to do, so let me get started. Now this is where it all first started at. This was this thing right here. And let me tell you, when Kay used to cook with this thing, I wouldn't even want to leave the house. You know, this thing would be jingling and steam would be coming up and it'd be bouncing around stuff. I said, I'm not staying around that thing while it's cooking. And so, well, she cooked with it by herself. So anyway, then came along this Cuisinart toaster oven here. And let me tell you now, this confection toaster oven, I really love this toaster oven and I wouldn't want to do without it. But you know, I've got other things now that takes its place. But let me tell you, and these new ovens that they're coming out with that's made like this, they're all, I don't always say they're all just like, because I don't guess they are exactly alike. But anyway, the downfall with me is, let me show you. This right here is a burner. And you got two of these on the bottom back here, and then you got two of them on top. Well, let me tell you, when I used to say, and I still do sometimes, that when you have a leftover pizza and you want a piece of hot pizza real quick, it doesn't get much better than to put it in here on this rack and put it on convection and heat it up. That's a delicious piece of pizza. But while it's heating, you got all that cheese and stuff dripping down here on these burners, and it's going to smoke and it's going to burn and stuff like that. And so that is the only downfall with them. But as far as I know, mine's got the fan in the side and the two burners on the bottom, two burners on the top. And like I say, it works great, but just those two burners are exposed in the bottom there. Okay, and so then Showtime has this rotisserie come out. Tell you the truth, I really like the old gray type better that stands up, but it just takes up so much storage space. This one here, you just take this lid off and turn it over like this, and you see how much less space it takes up. Now if I'm going to cook a 5-pound prime rib or standing rib roast, it's still going to be in this. You know, I might get to where I trust it in some other cooker eventually, but for right now I would still have to use a rotisserie. And so then Copper Chef came out with this Induction cooktop here, and you see on the bottom of their pans here it says it's for induction. Well, as a matter of fact, you cook on any surface just about with this pan. It goes on there. Of course, you take a bigger pan than that. I just pulled, that's the first one that was on top, so I just pulled it out. But anyway, and so that works real good. You know, I really like it. But then you go for a little bit further, and then somewhere along the line, this NuWave come along. It's called the infrared oven. Now, the difference between this and the air fryers, I'm not really sure. One of these days I'm going to do a comparison between this and the other air fryers. You see that there? This has got a rack and this holds up the lid, and this is supposed to be some kind of pizza liner. But then your motor's up top here, which is good. I guess when you pull it off, you got access to it instead of taking a chance on sticking your hand down there and burning yourself like somebody told me the other day. So, but there's nothing wrong with this, and I've used this a lot and we'll still use it sometimes. So keep that in mind. And who could ever forget the Power Air Fryer XL? Power Air Fryer XL. I always get tongue-tied saying that, but it's got a nice roomy basket inside. You can put a lot in it. It's got a big capacity, and it does a really good job. And I used this for a long time before the Ninja Foodi come out. And I still, a lot of times you'll see me cooking in the Ninja Foodi and you'll hear a motor running somewhere, and I'm cooking something else in the Power Air Fryer. Because there's nothing wrong with that pair of air fryer. Just because you get a Ninja Foodi, don't throw your other stuff out. They're still good. Now this is the very last thing we've got here. It's another NuWave, and it's a pretty good. It's a nice cooker. The only fallback with the NuWave, well, it's got a couple of fallbacks. For one thing, it stands so high. I mean, let's fan this out a little bit, wrong way. Go this way, and see it's so high up here. I mean, you go, and see it's got to click 2 times really, before it's high enough for you to get in there. See, it took me, and now I'm sitting right out here on the edge of the counter, and that could really be dangerous. That could be hazardous to your health right there. But anyway, if you got a place to sit it, this works real good. And it's got a big, large capacity on the inside. I think I put an 8-pound ham in there, and it took it without any problem. And the other problem is, shutting the lid, you have to pull this button out. Well, I finally learned how to pull the button out. You put your thumb in there, but you got to trust it before you do. You put your thumb in there and push it like that, and then it drops one time, and then you hit it, do it again, and it comes on down. But now, there's nothing wrong with that if you've got room enough for it, because it's got some height on it. At the bottom of these cabinets here is 21.5 inches, and that don't stand a chance of standing up under that. Let's see how tall it probably is here. Yeah, see, it stands almost 24 inches tall. 23, well, by the time you push it back a little extra, it's going to be 24. So that's pretty high, you know, so you're going to have some high cabinets where you can use this. Or like I say, a place sitting out where you can use it. Okay, now we're back down to the main attraction here. And this is the Ninja Foodi, and it takes the place of a lot of these other machines. Now you notice I didn't say anything bad about most of these machines, very little. However, this will take the place. This is the only thing that I've ever had like this that takes the place of so many other machines. So let's see what kind of accessories we got with it. Okay, now of course it comes with the pressure lid you put on there. And let me tell you, when you're pressure cooking with this thing, you don't hear any noise, you don't hear any jingling, like a little bob on top and all that stuff. It's just as smooth as it can be. The only thing you ever hear is maybe a little pop when it first starts where it's heating up. This basket came on the inside of it. This is the crisper basket. This is a real handy thing to have right here. I wouldn't want to be without one. And then you got this rack here that came with it. And you can set it either like this, you know, for one height, and turn it over like that for another height. I use them both. And now the accessories extra that we've bought. You know, this would be a real nice thing right here. This is a double steamer. The only problem is, when you get over here and start to put it into your Ninja Foodi, it's too high. It won't sit down in there. And so, unless you get, now I think, and I wouldn't swear to this either, but I believe that if you get the 8-quart, that it's taller, and it would probably fit in there. Because I've got a couple of things here that won't fit in there just because it's not tall enough. And so I think that's what they've done when they made the 8-quart, just made it taller. I was going to get an 8-quart until I found that out. Now if it had been wider like that, I was going to get one just for more capacity. But if it's just taller to fit a couple of things like this, I'm not very interested in it. Now I've got this spring form pan. I think everybody ought to have one of these. You know, the bottom comes out of it. And then you fasten it like this, loosen it, fasten it, you know. You just set it down on it. Now that does make a difference which way this thing is turned. And you have the lip up on it. That way it fits in the groove. And when you get ready to lock it in, it just slides right up in the groove there and it's locked in. Now if you got it setting the other way, it won't stay in there. Now here's another item right here, and I loved this item when I first got it too. And I kept it for I used it for a long time, but I only used one tier at a time, because lo and behold, if you put eggs on the bottom here and eggs on the top, it's too tall for the Ninja Foodi. The Ninja Foodi shuts down on it and would crush them. However, if you just want that many eggs right there, that's perfect. Okay, moving right along. This green steamer basket here, this is a must-have. If you go make veggies and stuff like that, you really need one of these things. This is one of the greatest things since crushed ice right here. I really like that thing. I use it a lot. Okay, now this little pan here is 7 inches across, and they call it a little pizza pan. But I bake cornbread and other stuff in it, and it works real good. This right here they call a barrel cake pan, and that one works real good. It's got a little, nice thing about it's got a little handle on it, so you can pick it up like this, you know, carry it around. And now this little thing, the name on it was egg bite tray, but I don't know. I guess and I've not used it, to tell you the truth yet. We just got it the other day. But you can put little egg bits or eggs down in here and cook them in the Ninja Foodi, and then you can take them out or cover them up or whatever you want to do. I wouldn't suggest leaving the top on it when I was pressure cooking them down there though, or steaming them, whatever. Because something's going to, you put the top on that tight and put it on the steam or pressure cook, it might come off. Okay, and here's a little cake pan that I got. This little cake pan works good, although I've not used it lately. I need to use it and make a video on it so you can see it. But that's a nice little cake pan. Okay, now you got this little sling here that you can set down in there, and it'll like you was going to set a pan down there or something. It'd keep it up out of the water if you're steaming or pressure cooking. And it's got a little snap right here where you snap it together, and then you just shut your lid down. Like I say, it's only for pressure cooking or steaming now. It's not for air frying or nothing, because it'll burn it up, I guess. But anyway, that's a real neat little thing. And this stuff cools off pretty quick. That's what I liked about my little green basket over here. It cools off pretty quick, and you got these little handles here, and you can grab it and pick it up pretty soon. So that's another little handy thing to have. We just got this pretty recently. That's for eggs also, so you can cook 9 of them, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 9 eggs in there at one time, so that's a pretty good amount of eggs. You can make a lot of deviled eggs with that, or boiled eggs, whatever. Down to the end of it here, this is a little skewer rack I got not long ago, and it comes with these 3 skewers here, and you see it lays on top right there, and you got room for 3 of them. And that works good. And then you got this little stand right here that you can put stuff on top of to sit down in there. You know, if you don't want it sitting on the bottom, you can set it on that little rack. You know, it'll be up out of the water and stuff. And so that about does it on this video on Ninja Foodi accessories. I know I covered a little bit more than just Ninja Foodi accessories, but I just wanted you to see how your stuff can start accumulating on you. And like I said, I'm not saying hardly nothing bad about any of these things, you know. Just let you know how you progress in time, you know. You keep building up, building up, building up. But nothing, I don't know why I keep saying it, because they're not sure nobody paying me for it, but nothing replaces this Ninja Foodi, and nothing can do what it does. So until next time, I hope you enjoyed my little video, and I hope it wasn't too drag out and long for you. And I hope you'll come back and see me real soon. And you can find links to just about every one of these items in the description down below. And if you can, join our channel and give us a thumbs up. We sure would appreciate it. So till next time, y'all have a real good day. It's a nice sunny day in Florida. Y'all get out and do something after you watch my video. Goodbye now.